I do want to get into some Falcon and Winter Soldier
Speaking of
because
pleasing people, yeah.
because here's another topic that's it's a similar theme to what we were talking about. So I brought this up to you, Kev, before we started. So with WandaVision being so successful, yet the expectations weren't that high. Like, at least for me. And for a lot of people that I
Same.
spoke to in the past before it was released, people thought it was going to be like this hokey, like fun, you know, blast to the past sitcom. And it wasn't going to be, much after that. Obviously, if you watched it, it was 1,000 times over better than that. It was freaking amazing. If you haven't watched, go watch it. But with that being said, people are super hyped on Falcon and Winter Soldier. But if this doesn't blow our socks off, are people going to get pissed? Because obviously with WandaVision, Marvel blew our socks off easily.
Yeah.
So with the already high expectations of Falcon and Winter Soldier, if they don't do that, are people going to be mad? Because at the end of the day, from the trailers, I already know it's going to be fun. The action's going to be awesome. Anthony Mackie's been on a tear lately, whether it's, his Netflix films or, whether it's streaming services, TV series and movies. I'm excited for him to, be Falcon and the next Captain America in this series. So, I don't know what to expect, which has been the theme of WandaVision for me as well. And I just can't wait to enjoy some more Marvel TV.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sure, I think WandaVision funny enough, and maybe it isn't funny enough. I know for you and me, I think we were just kind of like, I'm not sure what this show is. For some reason, I really don't have any interest in it. Um, so, with that being said, we all saw how successful it was, and you and I ended up enjoying it thoroughly. So yeah, they set yet another bar. um, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I told you before, the first trailer didn't really do anything for me. I thought, like, in that trailer, for some reason, the jokes to me felt very, like, forced. It was like, action, 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 force a joke, action, 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 here's another joke. And I'm like, what? Like, really, though? Like, you're better than that. So, second trailer comes along, and I went, oh, okay, I'm in. Um, and yes, it did have to do with the trailer, but also, I'm not gonna lie, the excitement after WandaVision, I thought, maybe these television shows, maybe there's really actually something behind them. So yeah, I definitely think the bar's set high because of WandaVision. We're gonna get a completely different show than WandaVision,
Yes.
which is, I think, what you expect from Marvel, right? Like Marvel, they've always loved to dabble in different genres of film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the most part. But I mean, to me, Falcon Winter Soldier kind of looks like what you would expect from Marvel. High action and a little bit of comedy sprinkled in here and there, or a lot. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it because I think I'm still on that high from WandaVision.
Yeah.
So knowing that this is coming next week, like I'm almost just like fiending for it. Like, yeah, like give me more like Marvel television shows. So I don't know. I hope it's going to be good. I mean, I don't know. What do you think happens if it's like not as successful as WandaVision?
So first, I think it will be. I think it's going to be great. I think, you know, Marvel and, Kevin Feige have this recipe down for success, and Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan have been through these roles over and over again and have been loved, and having them together and meshing them together, I think is going to create a great dynamic.
Yeah, they have good chemistry.
And I don't know where it's going, but I know it's gonna lead us to somewhere fun and exciting. And the thing that has thrilled me with WandaVision was that the whole time I was always confused about what was going to happen next or how this was going to play out. And I hope they continue this. I hope they continue with Falcon Winter Soldier. And I think the biggest thing too, because we've talked about in the past, is that they don't make these shows like multiple seasons. Like obviously WandaVision's a one and done, which is perfect. Like, don't
Yes.
make a bunch of TV series that people have to keep tuning into every year because you have all these seasons. What they're doing right now, hopefully with the same with Falcon and Winter Soldier, do your one-off series, keep it that way because that's going to keep people interested. People won't be feeling like it's a job to keep up with the TV series and the movies, especially because how WandaVision turned out. Like, it's going to be a big tie-in for, you know, Doctor Strange, the Madness of the Multiverse, and it was just a fun watch. And I'm just curious to know if Anthony Mackie is going to be taking the mantle of Captain America by the end of this, because
I don't know.
I think it'll lead that way, but who knows, you know? Maybe they'll switch it up and Winter Soldier will be holding it.
I don't know. I don't know how. In the comics, Falcon eventually becomes the second Captain America, right?
Yes.
And I think I'd rather see Falcon. I think with Bucky, he, to me, Captain America needs to be pristine, like Steve Rogers was. Like just clean cut. Nothing really. There's nothing on his report that shows any kind of flaw. Where even though Bucky was brainwashed, I guess you could say, he isn't as squeaky clean. So to me, Sam Wilson, I think I would rather see him. I know you're saying like, well, maybe if they do a twist, but me personally, I think I would like to see Falcon if they're going to go that route.
I agree.
But at the same time, it's tough. Like, I hate saying this because I know people say this kind of stuff all the time, and it always cringes me. But I'm going to say it. My Captain America is Steve Rogers, and I would love to leave it that way. I would love to let Falcon be Falcon, let Bucky be Winter Soldier.
I agree because like at the end of the day, like when you do that, people are gonna compare, and when there's multiple of one character, people are going to compare and say this one was better or this one was better. When Sam already has his his hero identity, which he's awesome as Falcon. So, I get the mantle of Captain America is big, but at the same time, in a world we live in now, with the social media we have now, people are just going to compare and compare.
Sure. And at the same time, you know what? I'm not going to lie. If at the end of the series, all of a sudden he comes out in this sick Captain America-esque suit, I'm probably going to like nerd out. And be like, that's awesome. I'm so glad they did this. Forget what I said before. But I don't know. I feel like we've had a Captain America. His story arc in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU. We've seen his story play out, and I think it ended beautifully. And same with Iron Man. Like I know that there's a female Iron Woman.
Ironheart
in the comics. Ironheart, yes, and I think that's a new character, right?
Yeah.
Like they just a few years ago created her.
Riri, I forget her last name,
which might be cool. I don't know. I don't know. I say this stuff, but I kind of feel like I would love for these characters to breathe on their own.
Yeah.
Instead of like rehashing. I know what the comics do, and that's fine. That's the comics, but I think in the cinematic world, I think I would like for them to just remain who they are.
I agree because these characters and these heroes stand on their by themselves. Especially we don't need a Captain America or an Iron Man going forward. Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man. They've all shown that they can handle what needs to be handled. So for me, like, there isn't a need to bring these, rehashed characters back. If anything, like, make them their own heroes instead of using the same names or the same mantle. Yeah.
We'll see what they do. I think it's going to be a really fun show. I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's one thing that made me laugh.
What's that?
So I started watching the making of WandaVision, and
is that out?
Oh yeah, today came out today.
Oh shit, is it good?
It's good so far. Yeah, Paul Bettany was talking about how he was originally casted for Iron Man, and he worked with one of the directors.
Wait, really?
Prior for a film, and they said, "Hey, we need like a boring computer voice," and I thought you would be perfect. So he's like, I took it as some form of flattery, that I could handle this role, and I'm glad I did, because he ended up becoming Vision and becoming, this iconic character in the MCU. So he was originally casted to be some boring computer voice, and now he's, Vision.
So he was like in the first Iron Man. He was Jarvis.
Yeah, that's what he was casted for. They literally said we need boring computer voice, and I thought you'd be perfect for it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, what a backhanded compliment that is. So wait, you said that he was actually in the runnings to play Tony Stark?
No.
Oh, okay.
One of the directors of the film was looking for a Jarvis, and Paul Bettany was in a movie that the guy directed as well. And he's like, I'm looking for someone who has a boring computer voice. He's like, I thought you would be perfect for it. And he's like,
that's awesome.
Thank you, I guess. I
don't
know how to take that. He's like, he said it in a nice way. I couldn't turn him down.
And now look at him. Now look what he's become.
And dude, Emily Olsen, man, she's freaking killer.
Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah, what did I say? Did I say Emily Olsen? Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah. My freaking brain.
Vienna.
Yeah, seriously. Too much
Guinness
and all those Irish
Vienna
beers
right
today. No, but Elizabeth Olsen, man, she's killer. She the way she's had to portray all these versions of her character, even with the sitcom stuff, she's so talented. And I can't wait to see her really get to show the true Scarlet Witch when it comes to especially that I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but just that last scene in the ending credits of that last episode, freaking chills. I can't wait to see what's next for her.
I thought she was great in Age of Ultron, but I always felt as if she was overshadowed by the more prominent popular characters until WandaVision. She was able to really showcase and show us her acting chops.
Yeah.
And now she's become one of my favorite characters.
And in many different ways,
crazy.
She, her and Paul Bettany, they went through different decades of acting, different styles for each of those different episodes, which is a skill in itself. It's not easy, especially in the 50s episode, they performed in front of a live audience. They had to do a live performance for people, and they're not used to that. They're used to takes and cuts, and if they mess up, it's whatever. But when you're in front of an audience, you can't really do that. There's no room for error. So for them to be able to switch flip the switch and kill that, hats off to both of them. Both fantastic actors. They really killed it.
They sure did. It was an awesome show. The chemistry between those two was great. I know we were talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I'm sorry. I think we didn't get a chance to really close on WandaVision. So I think this is a good way of just saying how great that show is. And if you haven't watched it, definitely check it out, because even if you were skeptical, so were we, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was worth every bit, and I think it was perfect. Obviously, COVID wasn't perfect to happen, but because of COVID, WandaVision was the first bit of the shows to come out, and I think we needed that to start off the next phase.
I think we did too. Funny enough, never would have guessed that.
No.
But yet again, they know what they're doing. I mean, they just sit back and laugh and go, I know everybody's saying this and they're feeling this way, but just wait till they see what we're actually doing. No, this show just came out of left field to me. I did not expect it to. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, and the actress who plays Agatha, what's her name? Catherine Hahn?
I just know her from Bad Moms, and she was in Step Brothers.
Dude,
and I love her.
She is talented too, man.
She was great. She
does very well with the comedic roles, but she can do serious so well. She can hit every freaking angle, and every delivery, even with her going through the decades, was perfect. Her walking in the 50s as like the nosy neighbor, just like coming in with, you know, the meal for 4 ready to cook for, you know, for Wanda to be able to do for like their guests. It just every time she was on screen, like, even though we knew she was going to be the villain by her name, she just brought this light to the series and to each scene she was in that was just so enjoyable.
I agree. So yet again, it just Falcon and Winter Soldier, and like you had said it, I don't know if you said it during the podcast or if you had said it when we were talking previous to recording. For us in particular, there was no expectations for WandaVision. Like, you were just kind of like, I don't know what the hell the show's about.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, I almost feel you kind of, without even watching it, you kind of know what you're in for.
Yes.
Not just based off the trailer, but based off of who these characters are. You know, you kind of think, oh, okay, their show is probably going to be this more action adventure kind of thing. So knowing that, I don't know. Do you think that kind of, I don't know. Do you think it's better sometimes to have this show where you have no idea what to expect at all?
Yes.
So you kind of go in just kind of blank, and then you take it in for yourself and you determine whether this is great or whether it's not for you. So I feel like going into Falcon Winter Soldier, I'm expecting this. And then if I watch it and I don't get this, then I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think the best, like you said, the best thing is to have no expectation and either go in to get your freaking socks blown off or go on like, okay, like I kind of expected this, but I still enjoyed it.
Sure. And that could be it too.
Because like if you play it back to like the DCEU, right? You know, everyone expects big things when you have, you know, the Justice League, when you have Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman. Look how many times people were disappointed because they had these expectations of what could have been and it wasn't. So I just think I think, you know, obviously, you know, it's our own faults and, you know, and it's to, you know, the dismay of the creators because we set these expectations that we probably shouldn't. But it's just when you get a product like WandaVision out of something you never expected to happen, it's just, then you're like, okay, obviously, like, why did I ever doubt Marvel? They know what the hell they're doing. I'm going to sit back and just enjoy what they have to give me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can't wait to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier next week and discuss our first thoughts on episode 1, man.
That's going to be a great freaking podcast because I can't wait to talk about it either. We're either going to be like, come on, Marvel, step it up, or be like, yes, this is exactly what we expected. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see how we react. I am.
Me too. I'm excited for this show. I'm really looking forward to it now. So do we have time to talk about what do you want to do?
I think we're at that hour mark. I think we should probably wrap it up because if we talk about anything else, we're going to go for like another half hour.
Yeah, I know, probably, especially with what's going on. Another, highly anticipated thing coming out next week. I don't even know, like, what do I watch? Too.
We're going to have to watch both and talk about both.
Holy shit.
4 hours of Justice League. Let's do it.
I know. I'm ready.
I'm so excited, man.
I'm so ready. I think I know I don't want to get into it. I know we hit that mark, but like I'm really getting pumped.
Yeah, I wish I was one of the jabronis that put on Tom and Jerry and got Snyder cut.
That's brilliant,
dude.
That's brilliant,
dude. People were getting so mad because they were gonna play Tom and Jerry, but they fixed that at that point, and they're like, HBO Max is trying to make us watch Tom and Jerry. Like, where's the Snyder cut?
So wait, there were some people who actually were trying to watch Tom and Jerry, and
it was Snyder cut. Did you not know that?
What a pleasant... No. So, first of all, it blew my mind that people were actually wanting to watch Tom and Jerry. That looked like the biggest like garbage dumpster fire I've ever
mix
seen.
Cartoon with like live action, I don't like that.
Oh my god!
Just pick one. Don't mix them. I've never been a fan of that. You know, some people might like it. Just for me, I've never been a fan of mixing the two. Either keep it a cartoon or make it live action. Don't do both.
I agree. I mean, it just looked like absolute shit. Yeah. So, I mean, that would have, I don't know, like, that would have been so stoked if I, like, put that on for, say, like, my niece or nephew that wanted to watch it. Like,
you see your freaking Batman sitting there and it says the Snyder Cut.
I'd have been like, this is the best day ever.
I'd have been like, I'm not tweeting shit. I'm not saying a damn thing. I'm gonna try and see how far this goes because
So
I'm
is that
gonna
what
watch.
happened? People like tweeted it out, and then Warner
Yeah,
Brothers was like,
some dude tweeted it and was like, I went to go watch Tom and Jerry and got this, and it says Snyder Cut. It was either Batman or Aquaman like sitting at a table, and I'm like, why would you even post that? Watch the whole thing before you post anything. You just gave away the best kept secret on the planet.
What an ass. Oh
Yeah.
my god! But I'm sure Warner Brothers and HBO Max.
But there was probably
like,
people
shitting
trying to
their pants.
give it like have their kids watch it and saw that and probably said something or called in. So there's probably other people that that mentioned it, that they fixed it. But
I just don't understand how that mistake. How does that even happen?
Dude, I don't know. It must have been someone on the inside just doing a little treat for some people, I guess.
Damn, that's so funny.
Yeah,
but
dude. I was rolling when I saw a tweet. I went to go watch Tom and Jerry because I wanted to see the Snyderverse, and it's just Tom and Jerry. HBO Max is just trying to make people watch Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, they sure. What if we turn on the Snyder Cut next week and it's
That's Tom and Jerry?
Yeah. I'm gonna lose my ever-loving mind if that's the case.
I hope they release it at midnight because I'll be up. It's my weekend. I got 3 days off at that point. Give me the Snyder Cut, all 4 hours of it, and I will sit there and watch it from midnight to 4 a.m. I'm so excited.
You're a lucky man. I wish I could say the same. I have a newborn, so it doesn't really go that way for this guy anymore. This guy's in bed by like 9:30 sometimes. But
maybe he'll wake you up for midnight just to stay up for 4 hours for you guys to watch the Snyder Cut together.
That is a possibility. Yeah, that is a possibility. So we'll wait and see what happens. So we got a lot of good shit coming up, man.
Yeah, we do.
A lot of good shit.
So next podcast, hopefully we can talk about the Snyder Cut and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
And Mick wants to come back on the show, so we got to get
Mick
our man
wants to come
back on.
I know Marcus wants to come back.
We got to get Marcus back on the show.
I know he's stoked about the Snyder Cut. I mean, this kid, I thought like we were big fans. Every day he's sending me links to like.
We'll have to
get
him on
things.
for the Snyder Cut, Marcus.
Yeah,
we'll have to talk about the Snyder Cut with him.
He is like, it's so funny. I mean, I'm excited. You're excited, but he keeps tagging me in like these crazy, like weird Batman fan Instagram things, and he's like, "Did you see this yet?" And I'm like, first off, do you even know, is that real? Like, he's just like, dude, could you imagine?
He's
like,
just spamming it out.
Oh, he is like this kid in a Batman candy store right now, or a DC candy store right now. So I think he would be stoked to like if we after we all digest it, just have a big discussion on this thing, because I can't wait and I hope it's all positive.
Same. So yeah, we have a lot of exciting things to look forward to. We're pumped up. We're excited to share it with you guys. Thank you all for watching and listening.
Thanks, guys.
Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff to help support your boys.
Absolutely.
Kev.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Empty beer, but whatever.
It's an honor. It's a privilege.
Always.
Vienna Lager. Go drink it from Workhorse Brewing Company in King of Prussia, PA. If you haven't been there yet, go enjoy. They got an outdoor. They're an indoor. They got food. They got food trucks. They got merch. We got St. Patty's Day merch ready for us since 4 p.m. tonight. Ready to go pick up. So that'll be our St. Patty's Day attire. Buy their shit. Buy their drinks. Buy their merch. We don't have a promo code. Wish we did. Because so you can use it and make us some money with them. Maybe we'll talk to Dan and see if he can come up with something.
I'll figure something out.
And then hopefully we can get Nate on the show at some point, because I do want to talk to him about these freaking beers. But
same.
Kev, it's always fun.
Yeah, man. Always.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.